Land Rover Range Rover Sport is an ultra-premium sporty 4x4, and this is the second generation model, which has been given a comprehensive redesign. It's closely based on the new 2013 Range Rover, but is shorter, lower and weighs 45 kilograms less. Compared to the outgoing Sport, which is no slouch by modern standards, the new version is 420 kilograms lighter. That's the equivalent of nearly 5 adults and delivers a performance transformation akin to Jonah Lomu morphing into Usain Bolt. What's more, you can really tell the difference from behind the wheel. It's a whole lot better than the outgoing model across the board. Leaner, faster and reduced emissions. The crash diet means the 2013 Range Rover Sport is more agile, quicker out of the blocks and uses less fuel while doing it. In the previous version, the L5.0-litre V8 supercharged version emitted 348 grams/km of CO2 and managed 0-60 in 6 seconds flat. The newer version drops the emissions to 298 grams/km, and can hit 60 miles per hour from a standing start in just under 5 seconds. Choice of engines and trims. While the 5.0-litre V8 supercharged is the sporting star of the range, the majority of buyers will be interested in the other engines. There are 3 diesels, including a 3.0-litre V6 with 2 power outputs, 255 and 288 bhp, plus a 4.4-litre V8 diesel. Later this year there will also be a hybrid diesel for sale. The V6 diesels are likely to be the star sellers, with the higher-powered version being a compelling mix of performance and efficiency. The other petrol option will be a new 3.0-litre V6 supercharged engine, while further down the line a smaller 4-cylinder engine will be offered. All engines will come with an 8-speed automatic gearbox and stop-start technology as standard. There are 3 main trims, say, HSE and the range-topping autobiography, with the option to add the dynamic package, which further enhances the car's on-road performance. On and off-road handling. The Sport is fitted with an all-new suspension setup that is designed to maximize its performance on and off-road. It certainly performs off-road, handling deep wading, steep descents and gnarly, deep ruts with incredible ease, not least thanks to the Terrain Response 2 system, which can automatically select the right driving mode for the conditions. On the road the Sport impresses even more, displaying a level of agility and grip that belies its size. There is very little body roll and the car hoovers up twisty back roads with consummate ease. The dynamic package includes such systems as torque vectoring control that helps the 4x4 turn a tighter line. New technology and equipment. Not only is the Sport more spacious inside, but it comes with some firsts. There's the option of 5+2 seating with occasional +2 seats in the boot. The electrically operated seats can be raised when required and fold flush to leave a flat boot floor when not in use. There's also an electrically deployed tow bar, Wi-Fi hotspot within the car, a powered tailgate, 4-zone climate control with independent regulation for the rear passengers. Plus there is a range of kit that you would expect to find on a large premium 4x4, such as keyless entry and stop-start, soft close doors, electrically heated front windscreen and rear seats that can recline. So has the long-time favorite of Premier League footballers and the Yummy Mummy set really taken a major step forward, or have its rivals like the Porsche Cayenne or BMW X5 and overtaken it? Read on for the full Range Rover Sport review to find out. Clearly, Land Rover Range Rover Sport performance is a major strength of this premium 4x4 car. The Sport will be offered with 2 petrol engines, 3 diesels and 1 diesel hybrid system. There will also be a 4-cylinder engine offered for the first time that will bring the Sport's overall weight down to below 2,000 kilograms. Petrol engine choices. At the top of the range is the firm's excellent 5.0-litre V8 supercharged petrol engine. With a much lighter car to shift, the V8 engine with 503 bhp accelerates the Sport from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 5.3 seconds and onto a top speed of 155 miles per hour. That's significantly up compared to the outgoing 5.0-litre V8 model, which took more than 6 seconds to hit 62 miles per hour from rest and could only manage a top speed of 140 miles per hour. The new model also sees a similar uplift in efficiency, with the new model reducing emissions to 298 grams/km of CO2, down from 348 grams/km, but that still means the Sport sits in the top road tax band. There will also be an all-new 3.0-litre V6 supercharged petrol engine offered with 335 bhp and CO2 emissions of 249 grams/km, which takes it down one band from the road tax's top tier. Diesel engines. Land Rover is also offering a range of other engines in the Range Rover Sport, including 3 diesel engine options, as well as a hybrid version. On offer is a 3.0-litre V6 diesel engine with 2 outputs and a 4.4-litre V8 diesel. The V6 engine can be ordered with 288 bhp, badged SDV6, or 255 bhp, TDV6, power outputs. The more powerful SDV6 feels very strong in the Sport and able to match the top of the range 5.0-litre petrol engine for the vast majority of road driving conditions. While it can't match the big V8 petrol for higher speed acceleration and sheer oral delight, the diesel is far more frugal, indicating 28 miles per gallon on test, and emits a lot less CO2 with 199 grams/km. If you're concerned with running costs, the lower-powered V6 diesel, TDV6, emits even less CO2 with 194 grams/km and packs the same pulling power as the SDV6. The 4.4-litre V8, tagged SDV8, has tremendous pulling power spread throughout the rev range and can dash from 0 to 62 miles per hour in just 6.5 seconds while emitting 229 grams/km CO2. Finally, Land Rover will launch a hybrid diesel that is claimed to be nearly as quick as the SDV8 but only emits 169 grams/km of CO2 thanks to assistance from an electric motor. Like the original Range Rover Sport, handling is something this 4x4 does very well. What is really noticeable is just what a big leap forwards the new version is. The steering feels sharp and accurate, with a good resistance as you turn the steering wheel. The Sport responds quickly to direction changes, and rather than feeling like a large, heavy weight, it feels like it is easy to boss into corners and throw into roundabouts. This is all aided by the dynamic package, which adds a host of driver aid tech including torque vectoring control that works by transferring more pulling power to the outside wheels, thus tightening the line through a corner. It may sound like science gobbledygook, but the reality is a car that turns in sharply and holds a much tighter line than you'd think possible. Off-road handling. The same applies to off-road driving, with the Sport showing the same remarkable off-roading skills that the Range Rover has. Steep, slippery ascents, deep wading in nearly 3 feet of water and clambering over rocks, the Sport seems to take everything in its stride. Land Rover has gone to great lengths to point out that ultimately the normal Range Rover has the greater ability off-road, but you'd have to be contemplating an ascent of the north face of the Eiger to really notice the differences between the two cars. As you may expect from such a large car, the Sport provides a typically commanding view of the road ahead. As the driver, you feel the controls and displays wrap around you, though you don't feel quite as cocooned as with some other rivals. The central console is wide to host 2 cup holders, and there is a classy simplicity to the layout of the dials, buttons and controls. You get an 8-inch dual-view touchscreen which is intuitive to use on the whole and works well in conjunction with the main command buttons mounted to the side. The central digital instrument display is clear and easy to read, plus it's easy to toggle through the menus. The chunky steering wheel, adjustable for reach and rake, is tactile, and the 2 mounted pods enables the driver to use the cruise control and audio system among others. Land Rover Range Rover Sport comfort levels have been improved considerably over the outgoing model, which were sumptuous in the first place. Thanks to a longer wheelbase, there is more space for passengers and significantly more legroom for rear passengers who can also slide the rear seats back and forward to suit. There's plenty of shoulder and headroom for all passengers, plus 4-zone aircon. The Range Rover Sport packs an impressive ride with little body roll and bends even when cornering at speed. Wind and tire noise has been improved over the older model, and Land Rover claims it trumps its rivals. Certainly at speed it is hard to detect much wind noise. You feel cocooned from the outside world. There are 3 main trim levels available on the Sport, with the addition of a dynamic package on the top 2 trims. Standard Land Rover Range Rover Sport equipment. The 3 trims are SE, HSE and Autobiography, with the dynamic package an optional extra on HSE and standard on Autobiography. Range Rover Sports will secure as standard such items as a powered tailgate, keyless entry and stop-start, 14-way power adjustable front seats, reclining rear seats, an 8-inch dual-view touchscreen mounted in central dash, soft door close, plus heated front seats, steering wheel and windscreen. A standard Meriden audio setup will sit at the heart of the entertainment system that will provide DAB, FM radio, iPod connectivity, Bluetooth, DVD functions and TV, all controlled and viewable through the 8-inch screen located in the central dash. The Meriden system can be upgraded all the way to a 1700 watts 23 speaker setup. There will be a range of interior and exterior trim and color choices to create a more bespoke setup, including roof and body colors, leather interiors and roof linings, including two-tone options. There are varying alloy designs and sizes ranging from 19-inch up to 22-inch, and all are shod with a cross-purpose on-off-road tire. The Sport will also feature the Terrain Response 2 system, which can automatically recognize what the conditions are under tire, both on and off-road, and automatically set the correct suspension, 4x4 and gearbox setup to tackle it. Go for the autobiography trim and you also get the dynamic package as standard. Optional Land Rover Range Rover accessories. There is a whole host of accessories to choose from, including double-length panoramic sunroof, upgraded Meriden sound system, and a host of parking aids that can steer the car into tight parallel spaces and out, plus into multi-story type parking spaces, so-called perpendicular park. Buyers can also choose various camera guides that provide a 360-degree view of the car, including down the sides to help negotiate tire gaps, dubbed flank guard. For increased practicality, Land Rover is offering an optional and occasional third set of seats in the boot. The 2 extra seats are power-operated via a button in the boot, and when not in use can be lowered to sit flush with the boot floor. There are also roof bars that can be fitted ready for roof boxes, plus an electrically operated tow bar that can be deployed when required. You'll get options for off-roading too, including weight sensing, which informs the driver via a visual display, and audible sounds as to the depth of the water to prevent the car going beyond its weight depth of 850 millimeters. There are high-tech options including head-up display and traffic sign recognition, which displays road signs on the instrument cluster display. Safety-wise, there are driver assist systems such as lane departure warning, automatic headlight dip, and enhanced adaptive cruise control, which can brake the car to a standstill automatically if the traffic in front comes to a stop. There's also a very handy blind spot warning system that uses radar to detect any vehicles hidden from the driver's side view. Land Rover Range Rover Sport safety levels are extremely impressive thanks to a strong suite of passive and active safety systems. As well as a full suite of airbags including curtain and side ones, the Sport has 11 active safety systems including stability programs, hill descent control for off-roading, and braking control systems, all designed to help avoid an accident in the first place. There's also the option of an SOS system, which will alert emergency services in case of an accident where the airbags have been deployed. The new Range Rover, to which the Sport is very closely related, scored the maximum 5 stars in the independent Euro NCAP safety tests, so we'd expect a very similar score. The only aspect which may provide marginal protection is against whiplash injuries, an area of concern not helped by head restraints that can't be adjusted forwards or backwards. It's a large 4x4, so Land Rover Range Rover Sport practicality is a major selling point. Boot size has been increased by 9%, so it boasts well over 1,000 litres of capacity. For the first time, Land Rover is offering occasional seating in the third row that sits under the floor in the boot. The electrically powered seats are raised and lowered by a button in the boot and fold flat when not in use. Powered tailgates are standard across the range, and there is more storage space inside, including a larger glove box, large central storage under the armrest that can include cooler box, twin large cup holders in central console, and more commodious door bins.